Could you? Could you not? What are you doing? All right, well, hey y'all, how we doing? Today is October 11th. It's a Monday fun day, 2021. Welcome to Swingcast episode 160 something. Who really cares at this point? Let's just get into it. If you're new, welcome. Thank you for joining me, new kid. I hope that before you like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification, which I know you will, sweet baby angel, I hope that you go ahead and watch the full episode. I would appreciate the honesty, the transparency, right? I think you guys would appreciate that as well. Go through the whole entire episode, watch the whole thing front to back, give me some time, go ahead and enjoy it, or hate it, right? If you hate it, don't subscribe. But if you like what I do, watch the full thing, give me a chance, please. Otherwise, the class is available, first 25 lessons, bada boom, bada bing. It ain't no thing, ready to go. Right up here, click on that, that's the first episode. It's all in order at the end of each lesson, because you should watch it in its entirety. At the end of every lesson, it's the next one queued up, ready to go. I have a playlist. You go click on it in my main box on my channel thing. It doesn't matter. It also uses Google and what, it doesn't matter at all. It's just there. If you want to learn how I do what I do, right there for you, ready to go. Second, I don't like being a salesperson. I hate it. I don't think it's genuine when some folks do it. I can confidently say and keep my integrity and sleep at night knowing that I have a good service that I can provide to people. The Discord's still available. It's free until 11/1. Come check it out. It's good to go. I think we have great quality stuff. You'll get 25 newsletters in the morning, 25 at night. Early video access. I have a team of employees that I pay to help people. They do live sessions every single day. We have an options class tomorrow. We have a bunch of great stuff. I, again, do not like being Mr. Salesman, but again, I am confident enough in what I provide to people that it's worth the $25 a month. It's not these Meet Kevin prices, these Zip Trawler prices, these guru fake people prices. I'm a normal dude, works a 9 to 5. Try to help folks with a 9 to 5 job as well. Come check it out. If you don't, I don't really care. It's totally fine. I'm not, always be closing. It's fine. I have a free YouTube channel for a reason. So again, thank you for joining me here in the least. Thank you. Otherwise, I have 8 great picks. Some you've heard of, some you probably haven't heard of before. Some really good stuff here I want to talk about today. We're going to go off of supports, resistances, trend lines, patterns, email lines, volume profile, RSI, stochastic, and the vortex indicator. Those are my technical analysis setups. We're going to talk more about fundamentals, mental analysis, risk versus reward, trading plan, goal setting, consistency, macro markets in my class. Come check that out as well. But for today, 8 great swing trades I think you're going to really enjoy for this episode for technical analysis. With that being said, y'all, let's get right into it. So first is ACCD. No trend lines off the bat. Well, you had a broadening wedge here now, didn't you? But we have a great looking support play. We have supports are white, resistances are orange. My cat's just staring at me. We have our trend lines where resistances are orange, golden are going to be the supporting ones, and then we have our POC, that's the red line here. These two dotted white ones is where 70% of volume happens. That is given to us by volume profile. I don't have the time now to go into volume profile. I apologize if you think that I should go into a 45-minute diatribe about volume profile. What I do have for you is a very nice video right here for you on my lessons. Go check it out. Thank you. ACCD, easy support play. I mean, what else do you want? It bounces off this area that's low, and it goes up to about 41. That's your first major resistance gap there, whatever it is. But the main volume is in this area. We're getting down here. See how the movements get more sporadic down here and up here, right? This is where low volume is. Folks usually go in one direction with momentum. So if you see some bullish momentum, we'll be good to go. Look at the last earnings. Sell off, came back. Last earnings, sell off, came back. Last earnings, sell off. Will it come back? We're going to see. Great, I don't love the lower lows, lower highs, but a great value on a newer IPO. If you go to the 10-year chart, it's not doing much. It's only, like a year or two old. Not really doing much here at all. But again, it's holding up very well here. Let's check the indicators. What's really cool about this channel, besides me, is I actually don't scan with or check indicators before the show. There's going to be no EMA crossover scans, no RSI under 30 scans, none of that. I don't even check this before I do the episode. I do miss some great plays because of that, but I stay true to the idea that true technical analysis is the cake and the indicators the icing. These indicators show you 4 things: momentum, trend, volume, volatility. That's it. And so we're going to check and see what they're showing us here live. We have the 10, 50, 200 EMA line, and then RSI, stochastic, vortex. If you're new, you'll see how a veteran uses indicators. It's a great time for y'all. I love it. I just love my job. This is a great looking value purchase. First thing I notice with the EMA lines. 200, strong resistance constantly. 50, a weaker but also consistent support and resistance as well. 10 EMA line, look at the run-ups. What do I mean by run-ups? Does it run up the 10 EMA line purely with no breaks? Let's check. This is a good entry for a confirmation play. You want to see some confirmation of directional change. Over the EMA lines, the 10 seems to hold very, very well. Look at this play here. It ran up the 10, never broke down, and as soon as it did, you could have sold out with some great green here. Waiting for a 10 cross is a beautiful idea here, but again, I think a value purchase also makes sense here. But once we cross that 10, you're basically good to go. RSI 35, love it. Stochastic low, it's showing the signs of a bullish divergence. It has those signs, lower lows but higher lows here. That's a bullish divergence. If you've ever seen one, bulls low, bears high. With most vortex plays, you buy when the green crosses the red. When green crosses the red, it is a lagging indicator like the MACD. So I like to buy off of it being at the bottom and bottoming out. That's a great value. We have that here. ACCD, you are giving up the convergence idea with no trend lines. There's no trend lines here at all. What you do have is great volume in your favor for volatility to get us up quickly, and then to a great support play. Low risk, high reward. I love what I see. ACCD and ACCO, both great. You should watch them into this week. Next is ACM. I don't love this trend line up. I will be frank with you. I mean, it's a newer one. I mean, I'm just kind of going from back here to see if it has higher lows across the board. It does. And even as of recently, it had this and now it's broken down. So I don't really want to put much emphasis into the support or into the trend line here play. Trend line play here. Idiot. And when we look at the email lines, I'll dictate that at that point, and you'll see what I'm going to go through in those steps to see if I should follow the trend line or the support. But this volume profile line is a great fail-safe. Let's just say it does dip tomorrow. It breaks the support area. Look at how consistent 60.99 is. Anywhere in here, it's very consistent, very clean. Anywhere in this whole area, the next 2% will be good. If you like this play, buy in sooner. If you don't like this play, let it really try and see if it bottoms out towards 60.99. But a fantastic support play, small trend. And I mean, you can see it does have some lingerings of higher lows, lower highs. Let's see what the trend lines show us, but I do like the support play here nonetheless. Let's check out these indicators real quick. When it comes to EMA lines, I'm going to use the idea of trend. If the 200, the red one, if the 200 is going horizontally, if it's currently showing horizontal angle like this, I will trust the support. If it's showing us an upward angle, I'll trust the trend line. Let's check together. And you can see clearly the 200 is going sideways. See the last few days? Sideways. It was over here. I would trust that trend line, but over here, sideways. A lot of sideways action. So I like the trend line here, but I'm going to emphasize a support play. It's great trend, but support play is what I want to look at, even possibly $61. If it's a big red day tomorrow, you wait for 61. If it's a green pre-market, you'll go with the 62.25 here. But again, you know, these would be small resistances. 10 run-ups look pretty good. I mean, they're not terrible. You could definitely ride the 10 up fairly consistently on this time frame and be just fine. So waiting for a confirmation is great. But again, at that point, you're giving up almost 2%, which is your stop loss. I don't love that. It's okay. ACM, I love what I see when it comes to the RSI. It reverses a lot at 38. It's right there. Stochastic, a clear bullish divergence once again. Lower lows, but again, higher lows if this holds tomorrow, which if it doesn't, it could come down farther and not be a divergence. But currently, it is a divergence, and negative 36 is a good value. Bulls just crossed under the red, so if we do see this, run its course, we're most likely going to see one or two more red days down to about 70.70 here. If that's the case, aim for 60.99. ACM, you're going to have to give it a day. I think it reverses quickly here. You miss out on percent of profit, let the bad boy run. If it dips farther, you're just getting a better deal. Why would that upset you in the least? If you like it here, you'll love it a little bit lower with that volume profile line giving us some support. ACM, watch listed. I love what I see. Next is BDR. This company is worth $14 million. I actually do my fundamentals. Who knew? This is not going to be a massive, they got a huge deal and runs up crazy. This is a micro mini cap. I mean, on the side of being a small cap, this is it. This spot it's at has been pivotal in its history. It bounces here consistently all the time. Can it get lower? Yes. As Peter Lynch said, how low can the stock go? 0. It could always be 0. So don't fall in love here. But again, if you give a very tight stop loss, it'll be just fine. After hours, no life yet. And again, it does that. Sells off harsh, comes back. Sells off harsh, comes back. It is what it is. You could easily wait till 96 to buy in, but right here you're risking what, 4%? A modest move is 16, 4-1 off the bat. You get a spike if you get lucky with one of these bad boys, which it creates plenty of. You can have a very good day trading opportunity. BDR is not worth a lot. This is definitely a veteran play. If you're a beginner, do not get in love with this. I love what I see, but BDR can be very, very risky for some. But I love what I see. Let's check the indicators. Off the bat, even from far away, the 200's a resistance. See all this action getting stopped by the 200? See all this action being held up by the 200? All that being stopped by the 200? That's going to be your true go long signal, especially the 50. When it comes to 10 EMA runs, it doesn't really seem to have that many great ones. It does ride the 50 very well here. See how it rides over and under the 50 pretty well? Like this resistance here. So once you break the 50, you're good. 10, not really useful, but again, for value, this is a fantastic value nonetheless. 44, I wish it was lower, but this is still fine. Stochastic at negative 55. It doesn't get much lower than negative 76, and we're very close to there, honestly. Love the value. Bulls low. Bears, no one's really selling quite yet, but if we do get some green push up soon, some green volume, it should go absolutely insane, in my opinion. BDR, I love what I see for it. Someone who's more veteran. I don't want to see a beginner bag holding this if it does ultimately tank, which I don't think it's going to, but I would be very careful. BDR, very, very low cap. Healthcare stock, I believe. I love what I see. I think it's technology. It's one of the two. Be very careful, but again, I love what I see for the value. Next is iHeartMedia, IHRT. Again, this triangle, once, twice, 3 times, so it's an okay trend line. I don't love it. I wouldn't love it nearly as much if we didn't have such a perfect resistance trend line lining up here, giving us some form of consolidation. If the EMA lines are towards 24, 26, anywhere in here, even 23, and they're going sideways, that's going to show us consolidation, meaning this is most likely a triangle. Even if it's not, this trend line's not here. This support area is beautiful. Even if it dips, it continues to dip. This is a falling knife as of now. If this dips 2130, 2020, anywhere in here, would be a fantastic purchase for a support play. I just love the consolidation. Love that the POC is down the middle of the triangle. If it shows some life here and goes back up, give me an easy 20% hold. I love what I see. Let's check the indicators and what the EMA lines are doing. Again, the EMA lines show us trend. All 3 pointed down, but the 200 is the big key one. See, the 200 is going sideways, like that. 50 is going sideways down the middle of the triangle here. That shows it's a triangle. It shows trend. The trend is consolidating. Triangles lead to consolidation. Those EMA lines are showing us consolidation. So this 50, a gorgeous, bounces all the time here. Bounce, 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 bounce. Once we get over that 50, we'll be good to go for some good day trading. But down here, an absolute great steal on value. It's shown by that. The 10, ride-ups look okay here, but that 50 is a really good thing to buy once you get over that. 30 on the RSI, I love it. Stochastic, super low, I love it. Bulls low, right where you want them. Bears high, right where you want them. iHeart's a great consolidation play. I would really much love to see some green first. I don't like to catch falling knives. It's definitely it's getting near being a falling knife. I'd be very careful here. But IHRT at this value makes a whole lot of sense with folks going back to work. And they have great podcasts, great fundamentals. I love what I see with that company. IRDM, I love what I'm seeing with this tech company. IRDM Communications, I think it may be also XLC. We're going to see after the hours of due diligence that I do. Big old sell-off. Don't love that. What I do love is the support area. Let's zoom out real quick. Look at this. Even if you goof up your entry, it may take a year or two, but you'll make your money back usually with IRDM. This support area is legendary. This breaks down. Bump, 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 bump. You're looking probably towards 32.30 or somewhere probably closer to 27, 28 bucks here. But this is a really good support play. I want it a little bit lower. Earnings is coming. Sell off. Earnings. Sell off. So I think we're going to lead selling off into earnings and hopefully blast off soon. Even with a liberal stop loss of 6%, 5.69%, pretty liberal here. A full move to a good resistance is probably right about here. Still 3-1. A full move to volume is still a 5-1. You'll take those odds. Sometimes the waves that the surfers get to surf are 25% ones. Sometimes with BDR, they're 60. Maybe with ACCD, only 4%. You don't get addicted how big the waves are, Mr. Surfer or Mrs. Surfer. Love ladies who come here. Thank you for diversifying my views. Appreciate that. But you don't get to choose how big the waves are. Just the ones that you ride and when they're perfect. The risk reward here is going to be fairly perfect, honestly. I want to see it at 36. I'll buy in 35, 36. Anywhere down here is great. Let it sell off to me until we get a higher low. We don't have that boop, boop, boop. lower low here. Let's see what it's going to do down here, but a great value and a great stock. Let's check the indicators together. Once again, 200 going sideways, 50 going down, 10 run-ups look pretty good. I mean, we go back in time here. 10 run-ups, clean, fairly clean. 50 is a very strong resistance, clean, clean, clean. So getting over the 50 is the big goal here. You can wait for a 10 cross, that's fine. But again, we're going to go off support play. Trends are going sideways. We'll emphasize the support play. Under 30, great value. Stochastic is low. No true divergence, that's totally fine. No bearish either, that's good. Bulls really low, bears really high. IRDM to me has another $1 to drop. I wanted to put it on your guys' radar because I really like what I see. I don't want to miss the opportunity. Love what I'm seeing here. IRDM, great value, $1 lower. It's perfect for support play, just a bit lower. Next is PAAS, PAAS, Pan American Silver Company. Again, beautiful trend down that's very consistent. Beautiful resistance trend that's also very consistent. This is where you come into play of knowing how to play pivot plays. This can go either way, up or down. We have an established higher low, right? We have an established higher high from the last move. It's looking pretty good here. Now, if tomorrow's red, as we can see after hours, not looking very strong, I would short this. Easy 5 or 6% a short here. I would look to probably short at this moment because it likes to use its previous lows as consolidating spots to try and break out. Whereas I'm not going to be having that if this breaks down. If this breaks down here, we go a little bit lower, I would look to most likely short. If we see some green tomorrow, I would go long. You would determine where that's going to be. But PAAS eventually is going to break out this wedge up. It may not be now. It may be soon. I think it's going to come back and retest this area. Why do I say that? On the 10-year, this area has been pivotal. Resistance. Go over even over here. Pivotal. A gap was right there. This resistance has been pivotal historically. These things matter. Please zoom out for the love of God. PAAS, if it holds here, great, go long. If it breaks down, you go long to 2270 and you go long then. Watch this one. It may not be ready tomorrow, but I want to keep it on your guys' radar for what I'm seeing. It was great over here for channel play. Now we're going for this nice little wedge play. Let's check the indicator. I'm sure the 50 is going to be a real piece of, yeah, it is. 50 on most wedge downs, very strong in this time frame. Until we get over and hold of that, we're in trouble. If we break down tomorrow underneath the 50, you go short, have a good old time. Once we break over the 200, we'll be golden in a few months or maybe a year. But again, if it breaks beneath that 50, you go short. Again, overbought. That's weird. That's weird. All right, PAAS, I would definitely wait if I was a veteran to play this one. I don't love the indicators. I'm going to be honest with you. They're all kind of mixed up. I would definitely play it only off price action, no indicators involved. If it shows some life tomorrow, go long. If it shows some red, I would definitely short. Easy play, but eventually PAAS will be breaking out that channel eventually. Next is Under Armour. Now, UA has UUA? No, UAA. There's two of them, UAA and UA. So make sure you use the right ticker for wherever you're living. There's different countries and whatever it may be. But UA or UA, it doesn't matter, is at a great support spot. I mean, it could get a little bit lower at 1717, but I mean, absolute unit of a support area. The volume profile line's an absolute unit. Again, let's zoom out here and see. Not as pivotal as I want to see. Plenty of action bounces off this area. This was a great support over here. It's a great support right there. Great support right there. Part of a gap down. Great support. It's a very pivotal spot, not as much as the other ones. But again, if you break down, 2% liberally, you can go real liberal, 5%, but you can go, 3% here. It breaks down. Oh, goodness. The POC itself, to hit the most gravitational spot, is still a 2-to-1. To hit the top of this channel is still a 13. It's still a 4-to-1. If you risk 1.5, it's a 7-to-1 play. What are you doing? And again, you're maybe only making 15%. There's nothing to write home about 15%. But if that's what the stock gods give you, that's what they give you. It's a great play. Let's check the indicators. It's such a great risk versus reward here. Again, EMA lines are going slightly down, so I'd probably look for a wedge down trend line, something probably like this. If it hits 17, I go with that. Again, trend's going down, but overall, trend is sideways. So again, emphasis on the support play here. Sure, if they're both all pointing down, look at that. You can put a little trend line. If it hits this area and bounces off it, I'm not going to be very surprised at all. 10 crosses, beautiful. Great run up. Small run up, but good. Clean. Look at that. No breaks. Could held the whole entire time. Boop, 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 boop. Held the whole entire time. Breakdown, sell out. So you want for a 10 cross, I'm all for it. That makes a lot of sense here. RSI, low, love it. Stochastic, low, love it. Bulls, low, love it. Bears, high, love it. Me, not high. My self-esteem, low, love it. No, UA looks great for Under Armour. I love what they're doing here. Fantastic looking play. I'd definitely watch list it. UA or UAA, both look fantastic here. I just love the support play. It's great risk versus reward. What more do you want from me? Stop staring at me. VSTO, a great and final triangle. Yeah, it broke once. Calm down, stupid. It's fine. Great higher lows across the board. Even over here, it held. Double bottom, held. Higher low, higher low. It's just trucking across here. Looking beautiful. This support area, look at this gap. Gibbity gap right there. Boom, gap. What's it form? A nice support area. Sure, you may get down to 40. Okay, it doesn't matter. I mean, I guess your support area is probably closer to, if I could click, you idiot, probably closer to 39.90. It comes down here, boop, tap, easy 8% run. If it's down here, boop, breaks to 4 to 1, a little bit lower. Again, is this ready? Probably not. Is tomorrow probably going to be a red day? To some extent. Let's check out the Dash ES. Oh, look at that. It's breaking down. So it looks like I'm almost planning for you a little bit of red in the morning to buy into value. It's almost like I actually care about you. Who knew? VSTO a bit lower makes a whole lot more sense. I love what I see though overall. Let's check the indicators. If they're going sideways, it'll show consolidation in this triangle. Boy, who knew? They're all going sideways into this triangle, showing consolidation, reaffirming that I'm going to go off of the triangle itself. Secondly, with trend, they're all going sideways, so what do I make an emphasis? Jeopardy question. If the trend lines are going sideways, what am I going to emphasis, Graham? Am I going to emphasis the trend line, or am I going to emphasis the support and resistance? What am I going to do? You tell me. Duh. Support line. The trend lines are going sideways. I don't not care about this trend line, but I care more about the support play. The support near 39.90, it hits that, Papa goes long. RSI, it's fair. That makes sense for consolidating. No true divergence here, but again, negative 45, good value. And then bulls, look at that. That said FU, boop, and bounce right off this. If we see some more green tomorrow, continue up, and the red goes down, this should again reverse sooner than later. VSTO, I love what I see, a bit lower. Again, I've baked in this cake today. I've baked in some really good red plays and some really good green plays. If tomorrow's green, I'm looking at IRDM, maybe PAAS, right? Maybe BDR as well. If tomorrow is red, ACM dipping, this dipping, and UA dipping look good to me. So VSTO watches it. I love what I see. There you guys have it. I hope you guys had a good time watching the full episode. I do appreciate you guys staying around the whole entire time. If you did, I'm sure almost none of you did, and that's okay. But have a good rest of your guys' weekend. We'll see not weekend. It's only Monday. We'll see you guys tomorrow for another watch list. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.